Not a so anyway. So what we have seen. So we started with CSS, right? And in CSS, I said how to write CSS. I said internal and external. And after that, I said about CSS selectors. I said there are 3 symbol selectors are there. Now element selector, ID selector, and one more is a class selector. But see here, okay, I said element selector is bind with element, right? Element selector is bind with what here? Element. But ID selector is bind with the ID. Means every element is identified with some ID or not? Yes. But actually, now in the last class, some student asked me question like, is it ID? ID is actually, he'll say ID is a unique. Generally, you give ID as what? Unique. But can you give more than one ID to one element? Yes. But what will happen if you are manipulating during runtime? Okay, when you get the elements by ID, you'll get only one element reference, but you don't get what? Multiple elements reference. Because you have a multiple elements with what? Same ID. But actually ID is what here? Unique. ID is given as what? Unique. But in the previous class, in example, see here, I've taken S1 and S2. And this S1 and S2 is a style which is applied to 2 paragraphs. So there is a paragraph, it is applied to the paragraph and it is also applied to what? Header. So it means this both are having the same ID or different ID, same ID. But if suppose you want to manipulate the content of this paragraph, suppose you want to manipulate the content of this paragraph during runtime. You want to manipulate the content of this paragraph during runtime, then you have to get ID of this paragraph. But how many elements are with the same ID? 2 are there. What will happen? JavaScript, it will return the reference of only first ID element, but not second one. Because of that, you'll say ID is what here? Unique. ID is a unique. But element same style. You want to give the same style or same multiple elements. You want to give the same style. Then you go for which one here? One more selection is there. And what is that selection here? Class selector is there. There is which selector is there? Class selector. There's one more selector is there, and that is what here? Class. Instead, ID is a unique. ID is a unique. Even you can give multiple elements, same ID. But during runtime, if you want to manipulate the content by using ID, suppose in JavaScript. In JavaScript, I want to change the content of the paragraph. I want to change the content of paragraph during runtime. Then in JavaScript, I get that paragraph by using what? ID. I may read it by using ID or I may read it by using what? Name. But generally you try to read with the help of ID. Then if multiple elements are having same ID, then what will happen? Will it get the reference of two IDs or only one ID? One ID on. Which ID? First one. Because of that, you always give the ID as what? Unique. Always you give the ID as a unique. Then if you want to apply the same style to the multiple elements, if you want to apply the same styles to what? Multiple elements, then go for which one? Class. Go for which one? Class selector is there. Class selector. The class attribute is used to select what? HTML element. Use it to target a specific class of the element. But this class selector is having, class selector is again further divided into what? Subclasses. I mean, you can define the property of each and every class. You can define the property of each and every class. For example, assume that, just try to understand. So here the class attribute is used, select the HTML element, use it to target a specific class of the element. But class selector is prefixed with what here? Dot. Class selector is prefixed with a dot, and then you are just writing. So what is this property name? And this is a property value. And you are saying H1. What is the name of the class selector here? Group. And what is a class selector is group? And this group define which style? Text color. And this text color is changed from black to which one? Red. So when we selected the class and then change the color property, text color to what? Red. So now whenever, whatever is written in this tag will have the text color as which one? Red. For example, see here. When you're talking about class selectors, see you have a multiple types of selectors here. But ID selector, generally you apply to ID selector. ID selector is used to apply individual elements. Individual elements because ID is a unique. It is used to apply to the individual elements because ID is what? Unique. ID is a unique. Just here. Please just try to understand here. So CSS, as is right. For example, yes. So this is a selector test. Oh. Please try to understand. Okay, now I'm trying to write within the header. I try to define with selector, ID selector. ID selector is prefixed with what here? Hash. And what is the name of the selector here? I1. And ID should not start with what here? Digit. ID should not start with what? Digit. ID can start with only alphabet, but it should not start with the number. I'm just writing here I1. What is the name of the, I just write here. Okay, I just write here. What is the name of this here? I1. It is prefixed with hash I1. Okay. So what I'm doing, I'm saying color, and the color is defined as what here? Red. So this is one ID selector, and there is I2. Okay. So I just open this, and then again I'm defining color, and this time I just define the color as a blue, right? So how many ID selectors I created? Two. One is I1 and one more is what? I2. Now these two IDs can be applied to how many elements? Two elements. Because ID is what? I said ID is what? Unique. but more than one element, you can give same ID, but to manipulate during runtime, it becomes what? Complex. Not only that, during runtime, if you are manipulating, if you are getting element by the ID, if two elements are with the same ID, it will return the reference of which ID? First ID element, but it doesn't return the reference of what? Second one. Okay, na? So you cannot manipulate two elements with the same ID during runtime. Because of that, you give always the element ID as what? Unique. Because as what? Unique, right? Suppose assume that this is paragraph. ID I'm giving I1. So ID is I1. Okay. So this is paragraph. Sorry. This is paragraph 1. So this is paragraph 1. What is the ID of this here? I1. This is the ID I1, right? So I1. So I1 is used to style this paragraph or not? Yes. Okay. So is it selector is ID or selector is a element ID? Okay. So you are trying to format or you want to style it based on which one? ID. So what is the ID of this paragraph here? I1. And I1 is paragraph which is displayed in which color? Red color. In the same way, I try to create another paragraph. Okay. I try to create another paragraph and this time I'm saying ID. This time I'm saying ID equal to which one? I2. Okay. Now this ID, now this paragraph is identified with what? ID. So the element with the ID I2 is styled in which color? Blue color. Okay. ID in which color? Blue color. Now this is, okay. This is what here? Paragraph. Okay, this is a paragraph what here? 2. So this paragraph ID is I1 and this paragraph ID is what? I2. Now styling is done based ID selector or not? Yes. Okay. Now once I run this, okay. Now you can see yeah, you can see now this is paragraph 1 and this what here? Paragraph 2. So is this both the paragraphs in same color or different color? Different color because each one is having his own ID. So there is one more selector is there. What is that selector? Class selector. Now see the difference here. Okay, CSS some test4.html, right? So this is an example. How can you add a comments in CSS is you can add the comments in CSS the way how you add in programming language like slash and star and slash and slash also you can use it. Slash and slash also you can use it, right? Yes. Now this is just time taken because last class somebody's asked what is the difference between the ID selector and class selector. What is the difference between ID selector and what? Class selector. Okay. ID is a unique, but class, when you're talking about this class selector, suppose, assume that every element is given class name. Every element is given class name. So that defines the style of that particular element, right? Suppose, assume that now this is the class selector here. Okay, now I'm just writing here style. Okay. Okay, so there is a style. And here I'm using a class selector and the class selector is prefixed with what here? Dot. Class selector is prefixed with the dot and dot. I'm just saying, so class selector is some C1. What is the class selector here? C1. Okay, C1. And C1 is a class selector where I'm trying to do some what do you call it as text alignment? Okay, text alignment. I just write here what center. Okay, so C1 is with selector, class selector, where I define the alignment as what here center. Okay, or C1, or I just take this class selector as what here align. So what this alignment is doing center. Okay. For example, so within my page, there is a paragraph. Okay, this is one paragraph, right? Okay, I just write some hypertext, hypertext, some markup language. Okay, so this is a paragraph, and I want this paragraph to be aligned what center. Then I use with selector here class, and I'm just writing here align. What I'm using class selector as what here align. Okay, class selector as what align. So what will happen when I run this? Now is it this text is which aligned here center align? Okay, suppose I have another paragraph. I have another paragraph where I want to do the alignment. Okay, where I want to do the alignment as a left, and I have another paragraph where I want to do the alignment as what right. Where I want to do the alignment as the left as well as what right. Then what will I do? Same paragraph, right? Paragraph is what here same, but so one see number of paragraphs are there. Some paragraphs are aligned left, some paragraphs are aligned which one right. Then some paragraphs are aligned center. Then what I'm doing, I'm trying to say, okay, dot, okay, what I'm saying, dot align, what I'm saying, dot align, dot, okay, this is one alignment. Which alignment it is? Left alignment. Okay, so alignment. So this alignment by default is which alignment it is doing? Center. It means align is a class which is having one property. What is the property it is having? Left. Align is a class, it is having one property called which one? Left. It means you are grouping. What you are doing? You are grouping. See, this align is doing by default which alignment? Center. Suppose if I want left alignment, will change this text align left means that center is moved to what? Left. But some paragraphs I want the left, some paragraph in what? Center, and some paragraph in what? Right. Then I required how many alignments here? I required how many alignments here? 3 alignments. That is left, right, and one more is what? Center. Then what I'm saying, dot align, dot, what is that? Left. So why I said dot align, dot left? Because it is one more type of alignment or not? Yes. It is one more type of alignment, and here I just write text align, text align. What is this text align here? Left. Now I want one more alignment. I just write align. Okay, align dot. I just write what here? Right. So in this case, I just write text. So text align, and this text align is what here? Right. So what is align here? What is align here? Is a root or not? Yes. Align is the class, and this is having which types here? Subtypes. That is a left, and one more is what? Right. So it means you are grouping all the similar type into one type or not? Yes. Now that can be done by using which selector? Class select. That can be done by using which selector? Class selector. Suppose this is one more paragraph, and where I'm saying class selector, which selector I'm using? Align. Sorry. I'm just using align. So align dot, which one here? Left. Align dot left. Now in this case, I just write hypertext, some markup language here, right? But this alignment is from left to right or not? Yes. Now once I run this, now you can see this is center alignment, and this is what here? Left alignment. Okay. Suppose if I want the paragraph, which one? Right. Then I'm saying paragraph class. Okay, I just write here align. Okay, align dot. What is this here? Right. Align dot right. Align dot right. Just again take so hypertext markup language. Now in this case, is the alignment is what? Right? Where is this? Class. Yeah, class. In this case, alignment is what here? Sorry. Where is alignment? Paragraph is open and close. So there is align and text align. Right? Yes, no problem. Paragraph class, align left, align right. Align dot left, align dot right. So this alignment will be left side. So multiple classes are there here. Yes. But actually this is class selector. Class selector should prefix with what here? Dot. So simple mistake here. So dot align left and dot align right. Align, no problem. Align dot left, align dot right. So here align is taken as a root, and within that, okay, there are different types of alignments, and one alignment is called as a left, and one alignment is called as which one? Right. Now this again you call it as which selector? Class selector. I'll just check this. What is the problem is, but so this is a main, this is a class, and these are some more properties of the same class or not? Yes, align is a class and is having one attribute. What is it attribute? Left. And there is one more attribute called which one? Right. Now this kind of selection, you call it as which selector? Class selector. Okay. So there is a class selector. Now this is called as class selector here. Okay, I've just taken in the previous class, but that is where you find the difference between ID selector and one more is what? Class selector. Okay, I think you understood these differences, but there is some more selectors out there. Like there is a, for example, there is a group selector is there. Okay, there is also group selector. What is a group selector is where you can style group of elements, where you can style what your group of elements, and the styling group of elements can be called as which selector here? Group selector. Styling group of elements. So you can style the group of elements and that you can call it as group selector here. Yes. Now this is which selector here? Group. Okay, group selector. What will happen in group selector is I just take a style, and here I want to style H1, and I want to style which one? Paragraph. I want to style H1. I want to style paragraph. I want to style which one? H3. So is it one element is there or multiple elements are there? Multiple elements, and this can be called as which selector? Group selector. Okay, now you can define again font family, and you can define name of the font. Okay, and then you can define the font size. Font size you can define. Okay, font size. No, you can define which one? Some color. You can define the color here. Okay, and you can also define. So what is this background color? Also you can define. Okay, so it means whenever I'm using H1 and paragraph and H3, so it's taken the default font. So what is the first font it takes here? Courier New. If not available, then it takes which one? Courier. If it is not available, then it takes which one? Monospace. The order in which it is defined. The order in which it is defined. But is it this is styling one element or multiple elements? Multiple elements. And styling multiple elements can be done by using which selector? Group selector. Okay. So I just write here. Yes. Now this is H1. Okay. So this is a topic. So topic 1. And then this is what here? Paragraph. So this is a paragraph, and this is what here? Sorry, H3, and this is some topic. So this is topic, which one? 3. But all these are style by using one selector or not? Yes. And that you can call it as which selector here? Group selector. Okay. Now there is one more selector is there. There's one more selector is there. And that selector you call it as, okay, universal selector is there. There's one more selector is there. And what is that selector is? Okay, now group selector. Okay, group selector. You can use group selector to apply group selector to apply style to multiple HTML elements, or what is that? Tags. If you want to apply style to multiple elements or tags, then you go for which selector? Group selector. Okay, now this is the example for which selector? Group selector. Like suppose you are working with a table. Okay, suppose you are working with a table. So there is a table is there. Okay, suppose table is having what it is having? What it is having? Table is having which one? TD. Table is having TD. So TD comma, I'm saying what here? TH. So TD comma TH. Now these are one selector or multiple selector? Multiple selectors. Okay. Then define. Define what? Some color. Again, define the color. So I just define the color of this TD and TH. Okay. Then define the define which one? Font size. Okay. Just take the font size as what? Large. Okay. So this is for which one? TD as well as what? TH. Okay. TD and TH. So what will happen when I create a table? Now this is a table. Okay. Table. I'm just writing border. So I just given the border as some 4, right? Yes. Okay. Then after that, so after that, I'm trying to write TR and then I'm saying TH. So TH, and this is called some employee number. And then after that, again, I'm saying TH, and this is what your employee name, right? And after that, again, I'm writing TR. Now this time TD, and this is employee number, and TD, and this is what your employee name. But already TH and TD are elements or styled or not? Yes. But as a which selector here? Group selector. As which group selector. Now once you run this, you can see this is employee number, employee name. This is employee number and what? Employee name. See here, I've just given, okay, I've just given TD and TH. Color is what? Blue, and font size is a large. Okay, now, yes. So this is called as which selector here? Group selector. If you want to style the group of HTML elements, if you want to style the group of HTML elements, then you go for which selector? Group selector. Okay, right. Then there is one more selector is there, which is called as universal. Okay, there's one more selector is there, which is called as universal selector. Okay, see, when it is useful, you try to do this. See, element selector is only for one element. And if you separate with a comma, then it becomes what? Group selector. It means if you want to apply the same style to multiple HTML elements, then go for which selector? Group selector. Because ID is applied to only one. ID is applied to only one. If you want to apply the same style to multiple elements, then go for which one? Group selector, or you can go for class selector. Class selector is individual elements. You can apply what? One class, right? Yes. So there is one more selector is there. And what is it here? Universal. What is that selector? Universal select. Universal selector means this selector is to apply the style to all the HTML elements. This selector is yours. Okay, this selector is used to apply the style, to apply the style. Okay, to apply the style to apply the style to all elements, all HTML elements. For that, you go for which selector? Universal selector. But how you create this universal selector? You create this universal selector by using which one? Star. So the star indicates, the star indicates which selector? Universal selector. It means all the elements in HTML apply the same style. Apply the same style. So I try to define the style. Okay, I try to define the style. I just define the font size as which one? Large. Now this is applied to all the elements in the HTML or not? Yes. All the elements in HTML applies the same style. Okay, that you can call it as which selector? Universal selector. So here you have H1 paragraph as well as what? H3 is there. So what will happen if I run this? Okay, there is a topic one and paragraph, and there is but paragraph size is increased or not? Yes, it is in which size here? Larger. It is a large, but head 1 and head 2, head 1 and head 3, is it having predefined style or not? Yes. Suppose if I create a table will have the same font size or different font size? Same font size. I've taken the font size as what? Larger. Or we'll just give the font size so that, yes. So I just run this. Once you run this, I can see, is it apply the same color for all the elements or not? Yes, because I just taken this as which selector? Universal selector. Universal selector is for applying the same style to all the HTML elements. Applying the same style to all the HTML elements. And that you call it as which selector? Universal selector. Okay, now. So how many types of selectors are there? First one we have seen element selector. Second one is a ID selector. Third one is a class selector. Fourth one is a group selector. Fifth one is a universal selector. Okay, now, right. Then next, in the last class, I said about working with what? Colors. Yes or no? We have seen color. Then today we'll work with one style which is called as background. Right? We'll work with which style? Background style. This is working with which one? Background style. Background style. Background means applying the background to the web page. Background is given to web page, or background is given to what? Elements, right? So applying background. Applying the background to what is that? HTML elements, right? So background, what background you apply? Okay, so there is a background. What do you have background? You have a background, color is there. And what do you have background? Background color is there and background image is there. What you can apply? Background color and one more is a background image. Two things are there. So there are two background styles are there. One is background color and one more is a background image. Okay, two properties are there. One is background color and background image. So when you're talking about background color, yes. So when you're talking about background color, right? Suppose here, so this is assume that. So this is what here? Body. Okay, so this is defining the background color of which one? Body. So body background color. So this is which selector? Alright, this is which selector? Body means which selector? Body is what? Name of the element or ID? Element, right? ID. How can you differentiate the ID, element and class? By seeing the prefix. ID is prefix with what? Hash. Class is prefixed with what? Dot. Prefix. Element doesn't have any prefix. Now body is element. Okay, now. So this is which selector? Element is selector. Now you can see background color. What you can say? Background color. Background color. I just define the background color of the web page. This is a background color of the web page because you are applying this background to whom? You are applying this background to whom? Body. You are applying this background to the body. It means you are applying, this is applied to the web page. This is applied to which one? Web page. Background color. So the background color is a property. Suppose you want to apply the background color to which one? Paragraph. You want to apply the background color to which one? Paragraph. Then I said background color. Now this is a background color of which one? Paragraph. This is a background color of the paragraph. Suppose I create one paragraph. So this is a paragraph, right? This is a paragraph. Okay. So I just write, now this is some paragraph. You can type some text. Okay, now I just put this in multiple lines. Okay, so this is paragraph. Okay, so this is a background color of which one here? Paragraph. Now if you want line break, just use which one? BR. So this is the background color of the paragraph. So I just write. So this background color you can define by using which function? RGB. This background color you can also define. This background color you can define by using RGB function. You can define this background color by using RGBA. RGBA, A stands for what? Alpha. That will define what? Opacity. That will define which one? Opacity of the color, right? So this is body and this is which one? Paragraph. Okay, so I define the background color of the body as well as what? Paragraph. Now you can also define, yes. So what is the name of the property? Background color, right? So you can also define the opacity by using the function called which one? RGBA. By using the function called RGBA or. So this is a background color for the element tag. Any tag you can give the background color. So H1, okay, division tags. You can take division, right? We'll discuss this also, right? And you can also define the opacity. The opacity property specifies the opacity or transparency of an element. It can take value from 0.0 to what? 1.0. The lower value, the more transparent. Lower value is more transparent here. Okay, that is called as which one? Opacity. Opacity can be defined. Now what you're writing it? What is the name of the property you're using? Opacity. What is the name of the property you're using? Opacity. Now division dot. Division, and there is a division dot, but division dot which one? First. So division background color is what here? Green. Okay, division dot. Now is it? This is which selector? This is which selector? Alright, this is which selector? Element is selector, and this element. See this element selector. I try to divide this into a number of sub. Okay, there is a first division. There is a second division, there is a third division, there is a fourth division, right? So for that you are saying division dot, which division? First division. Now first division, I'm saying opacity. It means what is the color here? Green. But opacity is given as what? 0.1. If I'm using directly division, what is the background color of division? Green. Let us see this. Let us see this with the example, right? So the way how you are creating as a class selector, yes. Now element selector is having sub properties. Okay. Yes. For example, yes. Just to see here. So this is the title. So this is title called which property here? Background, right? So this is a background. So background color, some text here. Then after that, I'm saying style. Now I'm trying to style the division. Now there is a, sorry. So there is a division selector, and this division selector, I just defined the background color. So assume that this is some background color. Background color I've taken. Now I just create one division. So this is a division. Okay, so this is a division. Division is there. Background color I've taken, but text color I will take. Yes, okay. Division background color. Now this is, okay, this is division. I just type the text within the division. And what is the text I've written in the division? Now this is division, right? This is division is a text within the division, right? Then I want to create another division. I want to create another division, but for this division, the background color should be what? Same, but opacity, I want to give something else, right? Then what will I do? Division is the element tag or not? Yes, division dot. What I'm saying? Division dot. Now this division refers to which style? Division style dot. This is first. Means are you adding some new features or not? Yes. One more feature you are adding it. What is that feature you are adding here? Opacity. What is that feature you are adding? Opacity as 0.1. Opacity is added as what? 0.1. See, what is the style of division? The division background color is what? Some violet, right? But I want to add one new feature, so that that feature can be applied toward another division. Then if I do changes in this division element, if I do changes in this division element, is it applied to all the divisions or not? Yes. But I want the same color, but I want to change only which one? Opacity. Then you are adding it. You are adding one new feature by creating another division. And what is it? Another division? First. Division dot first. Division dot first. Then what do you do it? You just apply division dot first, right? So what is this division dot first? How you apply? Division dot first is there. Division dot second, third is there. For example, division. This is a division. What is the name of the class? First division class. What is the name of the class here? First division dot. Now you can say division. I can take this division. Okay, division is there. And division dot, which one? First. Means if you take division as a class, because this is having some more properties or not? Yes, you are adding some new features to which one? Division. But how you are adding some new features? By adding some another property or not? Yes, division dot. So this division is further classified into what? Number. So division dot first. Here I just given opacity as what? 0.1, and division dot, I just take this as what? Second. I just define opacity as some 0.3, and division dot which one? Some third. I just define opacity here. Opacity is what? Some 0.5. So division, if you take division is one class, if you take division is one class, and this is further divided into what? 3. First, second, and one more is what? Third. Means adding one new property or not? Yes. But how the new property is defined with? First. How that new property is defined with? Second. How that new property is defined with? Third. Suppose I'm just writing division, division class equal to division dot. So division dot which one? First. Division dot first. I just write division dot first. So this is which division? First division. right? So, but is it color is the same, but which one is changed here? Opacity get changed. Can you see any changes? Color is the same. 0.1 will just increase 0. We'll make it as 0.1, 0. So we'll take one more division here. So opacity is nothing but transparency. Okay. Yes. I just take another division otherwise. So division class, division dot first, or not close here. So division class. So division dot, sorry. Division dot which one? Second. So this is what we are doing it, right? So there is one more division. So there is a class and division dot. So what is the name of the class here? Third. So this division, so this is which division here? Third division, right? Yes. So by default, it takes this as a subdivisions, right? Somewhere we have not close. Oh, sorry. So this is closing. Yes. Yeah, 1 minute. 1 minute here. So this is body. Tell me here. Class. It is okay. So anything style is second class. Any mistakes now? Opacity changed. Second, third, right? Opacity that defines transparency here. Okay, but how? Yes, division. Okay, you'll get some transparent boxes. So I just take in the style division, background color, opacity. Sorry. Division dot first. We'll take some other color. Oh, what is that? So what is the name of this division? Division is a class or element name, and you have to select only the class name. This is a first and this is a second, and this is what here? Third. Right? So once I run this, now you can see this is division 1. So this is division, and this is division with the opacity as what? 0.1, and this is a division with opacity as what? 0.3, and last one is 0.5, like that. Okay. So what is the class here? First. What is the second class here? Second. And third. See, division is the element, right? Division is which tag here? Element tag. But this division, you want to add some new features, right? Then how you are adding some new features to this? Okay, you are creating one class. What is the name of this class? First. So first is a class, right? Okay. Of which one? Of which one? Division. And here you define which one? Opacity. And you are creating one more class. What is the name of this here? Second. Of which one? Division. And third is a class. Of which one? Division. Division is already have some feature. What is that feature it is having? Background color, right? So background color is also have one property called which one? Opacity. But you can also create a class as a You can also create a class, but by prefixing with what? Dot. So if I am saying dot align is called as one class. And to this, can you add some new features or not? Yes. How you are adding some new features? By creating which class here? One more. Now division is a class. And to this division, you are adding one new property. And what is the new property you added? First. What is the new property you added? Second. What is the new property you added? Third. But in new property, what is the property you added? Opacity with the 0.1. In second, what is the property you added? Opacity with 0.3. What is the property you added? Third, with the opacity as what? 0.5. In the first example also, in this example also, I said align, dot align left, dot align what? Right. Here also we did the mistake, right? So here you have to say, now what do you have to say here? Left. What do you have to say here? Right. Okay. So what is the name of the class? Left. What is the name of the class? Right. But align is, okay, alignment, right, is a property, right? So yeah, but in this case, it is not a, see, it is not with selector. See here, it is with selector. It is element selector, or is it element selector or class selector? Class selector. You must write align dot left. What is a mistake? We'll see that again. But you have to write with align dot what? Right. But in this case, is it with selector? With selector, hack selector. This is element selector. Division is element or not? Yes. And within this, you are adding one class. So class division dot first, division dot second, and division dot third. So where you try to change what? One property you are changing of the division, but background color is what here? Same. Background color is the same. So in background, there is one property you can apply. And what is that property you can apply? One property you can apply is opacity. You can apply the opacity. So it is having two things. One is background color and one more is background. Yes, one more is a background image. You can also apply the background image, right? You can also put the CSS background image. The background image property specifies an image to use as a background of an element, right? But this background can be applied to what? Only web page? No. This background can be applied to any element. This can be applied to any element. Now background what? Image. So there is one more property belongs to the background. And what is that background? Image. The background image property specifies an image to use as the background of an element, right? For example, I want to change the background of body, right? Web page. I want to change the background of the web page. Then how can I change the background of the web page, right? So I can change the background of the web page, okay, by just giving one property called which one? Background. So this is a document type. Okay. So yes. So I don't give any title, right? So style, and then I'm saying body. So this is a tag selector or element selector, and I'm just giving background image. I'm just giving what here? Background image. So you have to define the image. But image, how can you define this image? By using one function is there. What is the name of the function? URL. So just take one background image here, the image which is already there. Then you can take that image and you can apply it, right? Some background image. I just take some background image, right? Background images for CSS. Some image. It's already there, right? So where is our application? This web application 3, right? Where is the CSS is created in? Yeah, I just create this. So select this file. Yeah, CSS some test dot HTML. Yes. So I just take one image. Okay, some background image. So I just take the background image. Okay, now this is there in web application 1. So I just put in web application 3 images. So this image is some image 1. So what is this image? Image 1. I put in which folder? Images folder of the current tab. Yes. Then you have to define what is URL. So CSS slash, not CSS. What is this here? Images. Images slash. Okay, image1 dot JPG. Now this you can call it as what here? Background. What is it? This background is repeated or not? Yes. This background is what here? Repeated. Okay. I don't want this background to be what? Repeated. I don't want this background should be repeated. If you don't want, see by default the background image, is what? Repeated, means it will occupy the entire page or not. So the page has image as a background. But if you want to set the background property repeat, so repeat is there. So CSS background repeat is there. Now background repeat property, by default the background image background image property repeats an image both horizontally as well as what? Vertical. By default it will repeat horizontally as well as what? Vertically. But if you don't want to repeat, then what do you do it? You simply write. Okay, you simply write background. Okay, background repeat. So background repeat, what you are saying? No repeat. If I say background repeat, no repeat, now is it this image is repeated? No. It is displayed how many times here? Only one time. And if you want this repeat should be done horizontally, then you will say repeat. What is that repeat? X. If you say repeat X, it will repeat how? Horizontally. If you say repeat X, it will repeat how? Horizontally. If you say repeat Y, then it will repeat this image in what? Vertically. Now repeating vertically and repeating what? Horizontal. For that, you have to say repeat X and repeat Y. Suppose if I'm saying, but by default, will it repeat or not? Yes. By default is repeat. Now it will repeat vertically as well as what? Horizontally. Okay. So it is having 3 properties. Background repeat is having repeat X, repeat Y, no repeat, and what is that? Repeat. So background repeat. So background repeat. Okay, background repeat having following values, right? One is repeat X. Now this will repeat how here? Horizontally. Repeat image. So this will repeat image horizontally. Now there is a repeat Y. So this will repeat image. How it will repeat the image? Vertically. This will repeat the image vertically. And there is one more which is called as no repeat. This will not repeat. Okay, not repeat. This will not repeat image. This will not repeat the image. Okay. And there is a, what is the default here? Repeat. So this repeat image vertically, and what is this here? Horizontal. This will repeat image vertically as well as horizontally. For that, you are using repeat X, repeat Y, no repeat, and one more is what? Repeat, right? So this is background image. But background image also having some more properties. Okay, background image also having some more properties. Now you can also define the width and height of the background image. You can also define the width and height of the background image. Now this is an example with repeat X. Repeat X means what here? Horizontal. Repeat X means here horizontal. It will repeat it. But if you don't want to repeat it, then just use what? No repeat. That's all. Okay. Then it is also having one more property. It is also having one more property. And what is it properties? Repeat horizontally and repeat what? Vertically. You can repeat horizontally as well as vertically. And you can also, there is one more property out there. One is background. One more is background position. You can also define the background position. So where you want to position this image at the background. Okay. Where you want to position this image at the background. But when you can position it, if there is no repetition, if it is a repetition, is it any point of defining the position here? No, because when you say repeat X, it will repeat how? Horizontally. If you say repeat Y, then it will repeat how? Vertically. Here I'm saying no repeat. Then you can define the background position. So where you want to position it? I want to position it. See, there are different positions out there. You can see. So number of positions you can define. These are defined in different measurements, right? You can define different measurements are there. Suppose I want at the right side. I want at which side? Right here. Right. Background position is what here? Right. Then where this image will be displayed at the background? At right side. But this is actually which image? Background image on. This is which image here? Background image. So background position is what here? Right. If I'm saying background position, I just define which one? Top. Yeah, this is background position which is displayed at the top. Okay. And what is the default background position here? So I'm just writing here left. So background position is at what here? Left. So this is displayed at which side? Left side. So background position is defined where to display the background image. Way to display the background image, that is defined by the background position here. And there is a background, not only background position, you can also define. See, multiple positions you can define. Now suppose you are saying right at the right side, you can write here right side at the top. Okay, right top. I just write here right, sorry. Okay, I just write here right. So right and which one here? Top. So not only that, you can also define the background. So it is at the right top, right? Right at the top of it. So that is right top. Okay, right side. I just define the right side. Not only that, you can also define the background. You can also define which one? Margin. Okay, margin also can define. It means when you run this, okay, if you see, if you run this, now where is the background image? So is it any margin is set here? No, there's no margin is set, right? Now I want to define the margin. You can define the margin by saying background. So you can define background what? Margin. So there is the background. Yeah, just define background. And what is the name of that? Margin. We'll type it here. So background margin, you can define it by using margin. Sorry, background margin also you can define it. So background margin also you can define it by using margin. Okay, margin at the right side, because here background position is given at what? Right. From right, I want some 100 pixels, right? I want how many pixels here? 100 pixels from right side. 100 pixels from right side. We'll try to increase it. So margin right, some 300 pixels. I say no repeat, right? Yes. So margin right. I just given how many pixels here? Margin right, because I displayed at which side here? Right side. Okay, right. Background position is right. Then we'll see top. So once we run this, so there should be margin at right side, right? So margin means from this border, right? From this border, what? Space. So that you can call it as which one? Margin. Margin right. From border, space, and that is called as margin right. So no repeat, right. Margin right. Any changes here? Body. We'll just type the text. Now this is what here? Text. Yeah, this is a text here. I can see this is a text and this is at this side. Right side. Okay, no problem. But what is the margin I have given at the right side? So just type the text, more text here. Yeah. No, it's the right only. But right margin is here. What exactly the meaning in this case is? The space from the window to what? Image. The background image, that is defined by using which one? Margin. So here, margin right image, this is number of pixels, right? Now just see here, otherwise, this is text. I just type some text here. So within the text, now we'll run now. So why? Because now when you see this, okay, now here, can you see? Can you see or no? Now once you type the text, so because margin is defined, right? So because of margin, how much margin is defined here? See here, how much margin is defined here? Margin is defined as how many pixels? 100 pixels. So when you run this, okay, from right, see this is the image, and this is image background, right? This is image background. But what is the margin I set here? 100. So when you type the text, this margin is set as what here? 100. This margin is set as what here? 100. When it is reached to 100, then automatically text is moved to what? Next line. Suppose I want up to this. For example, I want up to this. Then you set the margin. Suppose assume that I set the margin as what here? 300 pixels. Now when I say 300, now this is background image and this is what here? Text. It means this image and text is overlap. No, this image and text is not overlap, because this is which image? Background image. But I don't want the text to be overlap and what? Background image. Then you set what here? Right margin. You set the right margin, and here I set the right margin as how many pixels here? Is how many pixels here? 300 pixels, right? 300. No, no repeat and right top. And even you can also define margin left also if you want. Margin left is given how many pixels here? 100 pixels. So what will happen if you run this? Now can you see some space at which side? Left side. If you have any image at this place, right? One image. This is at this side and this is at this side. Only one image. One image as a background. Now you create that image by using photo editors like Photoshop and other things, right? But this is an image and this is a left margin and this is defined as which one? Right margin, right? Yes. So margin left and margin right. So I just given 300 pixels and margin left is given how many pixels? 100 pixels. Not only that, you can also define background width and height. Yeah, this is what is that background position and margin left and margin right. Background position. So there is one property in background image. And what is that property? Background position. So this define image. Image what? Position. So that can be left, right, top, top, and one more is which one? Bottom or left top. Okay, right side top or left side what? Top, you can define this. And second one is margin. Okay, margin what? Left. This will define which margin? Left margin. Okay, left margin in pixels. So margin defined from window how much space you want it. Okay, that is defined by which one here? Margin. Okay, and there is a margin left, there is a margin what? Right. So this is right margin is nothing but spaces at which side? Spaces at what? Left side. This is spaces at left side from which one? Window, right? And this is margin is there and one more is padding is there, right? Margin is from window, how much space you want it, and padding is from within the element. Suppose if table is there, within the table, okay, there is a margin and there is a padding. So padding is within the cell, how much from margin, how much space you want it, that is defined by which one? Padding, right? So margin right, spaces at which side here? Right side from element. Okay, window here I've taken because I just taken this as a background, right? Background is always applied to the complete page or not? Yes. Background is always applied to the complete page. So margin left and margin right. And not only that, you can also define the width as well as what? Height. So before that, there is a width and height also you can define, and there is a CSS background attachment. Is it attachment means is it this background should be fixed or scrollable? Whether you want this background should be fixed or what is that? Scrollable. It means fixed means okay. Fixed means when you scroll it, it scroll along with the text. Okay. Fixed means it is fixed. Only text will be scrolled, but image will not be scrolled. But if it is scrollable, it will scroll along with what? Text, right? That is where you find attachment. So this attachment, background attachment, the background attachment property specify whether background image should be scroll or it should be what? Fixed. It should be scrolled or fixed. For example, some websites, if you see, certain websites, if you see, right? Suppose any website, if you take, okay, it is scrolling, right? So some narrative will take a, yes. So if any background image, see, this is image, no, this is dashboard only. Classroom training. Okay, no problem. We'll see this example, right? But it's scrolling the complete background, right? Background image. If image is there, if you want that image to be attached, means fixed. If you want that image to be fixed, right? So the background attachment property specifies whether background image should be scrollable or what? Fixed. Scrollable or fixed. Okay. Suppose, assume that now you required more text here. For example, I'm saying background. What is that? Attachment, right? Background attachment. So background. So what is this attachment? I said here fixed. Background attachment is what? Fixed. Then I try to type some more text here. More text, I'll type it. So this is a more text because should be scroll bar will be added. Okay, now once you run this, so there is a more text is there or not? Yes. More text required. Some more text required here. Some more text is required here. Okay. Now once you run this, now as a scroll bar is added. So what happened here? Is it image is what here? Image is it background image is moving or only text is moving? Only text is moving. Background image is not moving it. So is it this background image is fixed or not? Yes. Along with the image, is it moving? No. Suppose if I'm saying scrollable, background attachment, if I'm saying background attachment, what is this here? Scroll. If I'm saying background attachment scroll, then what will happen? It will move along with the text. It is moved along with what here? Text. But I want background image should be, yes, fixed. Then what will I do? I'll say, what is this? Fixed. Okay, it doesn't scroll it along with the text. It doesn't scroll along with what here? Text. Is it remain same or not? Yes. So that you can call it as background attachment. So background attachment is having two properties. One is scroll and one more is what? Fixed. Background attachment. So scroll and fixed. Yes. But I don't copy this complete text because there's a junk text only, right? Okay, but if you want to see this effect, what do you do it? You type more text. Don't copy paste. Type more text. Type more text. So try to type more text here. Now this is background attachment. Scrollable and not scrollable. Okay. And this is a scrollable and one more is not scrollable, right? Yes, that is background. Attachment is there. Background attachment is there. And can you apply multiple background images? This is applying multiple background, applying multiple background images. Background images. Multiple I want to apply. I want to apply multiple background images. So can you apply multiple background images? Yes, you can apply multiple background images. How can you apply it? Suppose can you apply multiple background images? Yes. So I'm saying URL image 1, comma, URL, same image, images slash, so images, sorry, slash, so images slash, now same image I'm applying it, image 1 dot, what is this? JPG. So how many images I put here? 2 images. How many images are there? 2 images. So what will happen if I run this? Sorry. So can you have a multiple images? Yes. So this is, so this is what here text. Okay, now once I run this, Now you have a no repeat, I'll say. So what is this? Background repeat. And here no repeat here. But how many images here? Two images. But shown how many images? Only one. Because both are displayed at one position or not. Yes. Now you have to change background position. Now first image is where? First image I want at left side. And second image I want at which side? Right side. Okay. First image I want at left side and second image I want at which side? Right side. Then I define properties here. Now this is the image at left side and this is the image at what? Right side. Okay, can you have multiple backgrounds? Yes. Now you can define what is this now? Margin left. I just write margin left is some 200 pixels. And then I define the margin right. Some how much here? Some 200 pixels, right? So once you run this, now you can move more. Okay, some as just define. Yes, here more space. Now you can see this is what here? Text. Okay, this is the text and this is left and this is at side, right side. So we can apply multiple images, URL image one, same image I try to put it left side as well as what? Right side. Okay, but giving how many URLs here? One URL or multiple URLs you should define. Multiple URLs you have to define. And then this image, again same, you can define. What is it? Background repeat. Attachment is there. Attachment is what here? Fixed. I don't want, it should be scrolled, right? Okay, attachment is fixed. Okay. Yes, I don't want. It should be scrolled along with the text. Then I've taken it as what here? Fixed. Right? Yes. You can, sorry. What I meant? Where is the problem? Where is the problem here? Body. Text is there. Yeah, multiple text is there. Because is it new line or same line? Or is it new line or same line? Yes, I said fixed, right? But what is this? 1 minute. Because of margin, because of margin here. So just take. So some text here, more text is. Now this is a text. I just define margin left. Background attachment is what here? Fixed. So this is a style. And I applied how many images as a background here? 2 images. So this is a text. And what happened somewhere? Background position left and right. No repetition. Margin left is given more. Yeah. So this is the text here. So I just define the text. Why is center alignment just now? Margin left, background attachment, no repeat. Image 1 and image 2. So one is left side and one more is the right side. Fine. Then up to this is okay, right? Background repeat and there's no repeat here. Yes. Now this is a text and I just type again. So this is again which one? Text. But you can apply multiple images as a background here. Now for that, you have to define the positions. So first picture is at which position? Left side. And second picture is at which side here? Right side. Okay. It's not only that, you not only define the background, multiple backgrounds, you can also define the image width and height of the background. Okay, background image width and background image what? Height. So background, you have number of properties. You have number of properties at the background image. So background, again I'm saying, so background, okay, background which one here? Size. Okay, background size. If I'm saying background size is which one? Auto. Background size is the auto. I just given auto, right? So what will happen? Is it completely filled or not? Yes. Okay, suppose background size, I'll try to define the size here. Okay, I'll try to define the size in which one? Pixels. I try to define the size of the background in what? Pixels. Background size. I just define the background size. Background size of which one? Image. What is the size of the image? Is it increased or decreased? Decreased. Suppose if I try to give the background image size, what is the size of this image? Some 50 pixels. Now this is a repeated, but we'll just see no repeat, right? So background, repeat. Should I write here? No repeat. Then you can see the image with small size. You can see the image with small size or big size. Small size, because I've given the size of the image is how much here? 50 pixels. Okay. I just define the number of pixels as what? 200. Okay. Now you can see this background image is displayed with the size of how much here? 200 pixels, right? So background size also you can define, that is background size also you can define. Yes. Dear students, okay. Now there is a classroom training on spoken English. Okay, so those who want to attend, they can attend by Mr. Ravi Shankar from tomorrow onwards at 9 a.m. This block. Okay, in this block only, spoken English by Mr. Ravi Shankar from tomorrow onwards, 9 a.m. Okay, those who are interested, they can attend. Okay, thank you. So I just define, okay, now this is a background size. I define the background size. Now you can see, so there is a width, and you can also define which one? Height. You can also define the width as well as what? Height. Suppose I change, I'll try to change this to what here? 500. So 500 is there, and 500 is what here? Width, and 300 is what here? Height. Okay. So you can also define the background size. So there is one property. What is the name of the property? Background size. If you don't want to repeat it. Now suppose I want to define the background only for body here. Background is only for body. Can I apply the background to the division? So I just take in division. Division. What is this? Background image. So URL, I just define image. URL, I just define images. Now this is image1.jpg, right? Now this background is for page or division? Division, right? Now there is a tag called division here. Okay, now this is, what is this is text, right? So we type the text inside what here? Division. So is it this Is it this background is set to the division, or is it this background is set to the division or page division? You can define division. Division what? Yes, division background image. Now you can type multiple text, or you can define a division. So background. So repeat. I am saying here what? No repeat. Okay, no repeat I said. Now this is a text, but background is applied to, is it applied to the complete web page or only to the division? Only to the division. Okay, only to the division. And you can define background size. You can define the background size. So this is the width, and this one you can say what here? Height. Height of the background image applied to which one? Division width also you have to define first. Before this, you have to define the division width. But this is background size. But division width and height is defined here? No. So because of that, is it always text? See, if you increase this text, now this is a text. So division width and height is not defined. Sorry, division text. Division width and height is not defined. So this is a text here. Okay, now this is a text. Getting or not? Okay, so this is text. Now once you run this, now you can see, now suppose I'm writing in multiple lines. Division. See, division properties also we'll see, but just try to understand. We are just talking about which one? Background. So this is background as a color or image or image. Okay, we applied this background image to which one? Division. Division. Background color also we can give. So background is not only applied to division dot. Which one here? So color. So division dot color. Now this time background color. I just define the background color. Suppose there is one more division is there. And class. What is the name of the class here? Color. What is the class I'm defining? Color here. Color. Background color. Division color. So this is also which one here? Text. Right now you have how many divisions here? 2 divisions. Okay, this is division 1, and there is another division called now. But this division is added one more property or not? Yes. Which to this division, which property is added? Color property. See, to this division class, one more property is added. What the property is added? Color is added. So is it displayed both? Is it displayed both the background as well as what? Color. So this is a text is having background as the image and background as which one? Color. If you want only the background as a color, then you create one more. You create either which tag? ID tag. Now background color. Then in the place of class, you take which one? ID. So ID equal to division 1. So this will apply only. This will apply only which one? Sorry. So division is already defined, right? Okay. So this division. So first priority is given to element tag, right? So that's the reason it just applied which one? Image as well as. So I have to take this also as which one? ID. So division hash. So this is division 1. I take this as division 1, and this is division 2. So this ID is division what? 1, and this ID is division 2. Now if you run this, now this is having image and this is having which one? Color. Okay, having image as well as a color. So this not only applied to this background is not only applied to which one? Alright, this background is not only applied to body, okay, division, any element which require the background, you can apply the background color as well as what? Background image. For example, table is there. Table. For table, can you apply the background color and image? Yes. For table, you can apply the background color as well as what? Image. Okay, because you want to display the table with the background color and image, color or image, right? So this is about background. So there are two backgrounds out there. One is background as an image, and one more is background as what? Color. So is it these two properties you understood? In background, how many properties we have seen? Two properties. One is background color, and one more is background image. Okay, backgrounds. Is it clear? Background? Repeat, no repeat, repeat X, repeat. Repeat what? Y. Okay. So backgrounds fixed, attachment fixed, right? First class में पूछे थे a background पूरा आ रहा बोल अभी चले गए. Okay, so you learn all this styling in CSS. So this is about background. Next is what? Borders. Next we'll talk about borders, and then we'll talk about again applying all these styles to the list styling using CSS, and table styling using CSS, division styling using what? CSS, form element styling using CSS. Okay, na? Right. So tomorrow we'll talk about which one? Borders and other things, right? Yes. Today we'll stop it here and tomorrow we'll continue this, right? Thank you. We'll see.